it really wasn't a conscious decision so much as I really had some time on my hands because in the middle of doing Kill Devil Hill stuff, Rex decided to kind of jump off and do his solo stuff, and it took him a while, and we were just sort of sitting around, and I wanted to do something creative and have an outlet. I love to write music. I'm always writing music, and so I had this big pile of material, and I was doing some engineering for Wasp, their latest record, and on a break, Blackie asked me, he's like, well, what are you up to? And I'm like, well, I'm just writing music, not really doing much else. And he's like, well, you write all this music, why don't you just sing it? And I guess I hadn't really thought much about it, and it kind of caught me off guard. And he sort of looked at me and said, well, can you do it or not? And I don't know if it was the challenge of that or just that I have so much respect for the guy, but basically that's when I decided, all right, well, yeah, I think I could do that. So I go home and start working on the stuff, and it became sort of a labor of love, you know, of being able to have a creative outlet, you know, that I was missing for a while with Kill Devil on hiatus. So just started pointing myself in that direction, and was fortunate enough to start working with some really good people. Brian Tishy played most of the drums. Vinny Appice did a track, and had Josh Newell mix it, and Paul Logus master. I mean, the guys that were involved were all top shelf, and I was super fortunate to get them in on the project for sure. I'll be honest, there was a couple that were earmarked for Kill Devil Hill. The one that Vinny plays on was part of the original group we wrote when we first got together and Jimmy Bain was still the bass player. So, you know, it goes way back. It's just a song that never got used on a record. And a song called Brick by Brick was also going to be a Kill Devil Hill song. But about a third of it was stuff that I had written for other projects, and another third of it maybe, or a little bit more, was stuff that I wrote fresh. So it was just sort of seeing what I had, seeing what I could use. Will this work? Will this, you know? And I reworked some stuff too, things that were a different style, and kind of made them more rock, more up-tempo rock style, because that's kind of the direction I wanted the record to go. So I kind of, you know, changed the tempos, changed the feel, changed the vibe, and, you know, did a new version of it so that it would fit with the rest of the stuff.